upper A workout. Second day my upper lower split or lower upper split. And this day I put chest and arms together. If you're wondering why I put chest separate from shoulders, it's because I think that when I do my upper A workout, when I hit chest, I get a little bit of shoulder stimulation as well. And for the sake of frequency, if I can hit shoulders a little bit on chest day and then hit them full on my upper B day, then it gives me a little more frequency. And hopefully, as you guys know, my shoulders are a weak point, so I need to bring those up any way I can. So hopefully a little more frequency will help with that. You can see the first exercise here is barbell bench press. This has become a staple for me since I think like this past off season. And after however many warm-up sets I did, like maybe 4 or 5 warm-up sets, and then this is working weight 225. The goal was 4 sets of 6, and I did get all 4 sets with 6 reps, which was a PR for me that day, which was kind of weird because it didn't feel that hard. So this week when I do my upper A workout, which is actually today, I will try to increase weight or increase reps. And it's just basic progressive overload. If you don't know what progressive overload is, go watch my beginner basics video or just Google progressive overload. But yeah, so second set right there. I think I only uploaded 3 sets. I don't know what happened to the fourth set. I did film it, but I don't know, something happened to that video, so we'll have to make do with 3. But if you watch this clip here, you can see obviously set your shoulders, set your hips, feet flat on the floor, and drive through your legs. But the thing I wanted to point out here is, if you watch the bar path, it's pretty much straight up and down. But the most important thing to keep in mind is that the elbows always need to stay underneath the hands, or directly underneath the bar. A lot of times I see people, they will nail their setup. They'll have everything pretty much perfect, except for their elbows will tend to fall sort of inward and underneath. And that puts you in a very sort of weak position where you're pushing more with your triceps and shoulders than you are with your chest. So yeah, just keep an eye out for that. And then this second exercise, for chest, incline dumbbell press. I think this was 100-pound dumbbells for 4 sets of 6. That was the goal, but I ended up getting, I think, 2 sets of 6 and 2 sets of 5. So the weights will stay the same this week. I'll just try to get those all 4 sets with 6 reps. And if you noticed, if you've seen my past footage from my other workout split during my contest prep season, when I was doing progressive weight, you'll notice that I did, I think, 225 on flat barbell for 3 reps on 1 set, and now I'm doing it for 4 sets of 6, so that's pretty solid progress. Same thing here. I think I was doing like 110s for maybe like 2 or 3 reps, and now I'm doing hundreds for basically like 4 sets of 6 almost, so I'm happy with that progress. I know I'm not the strongest person in the world, but that's pretty solid. And then after these 4 sets of incline dumbbells, I moved on to cable crossovers or cable flies. And my last exercise for any upper day where I do chest, the last exercise for chest is usually some kind of fly motion. So this day I chose cables. I like cables just because it's kind of like an even resistance curve. The resistance is basically the same throughout the entire range of motion, whereas when you're doing like dumbbell flies, the resistance is heaviest or hardest at the very bottom of the movement, and it gets easier as you contract the muscle up. And this is kind of a cool angle because you can see at the time of this video I was about a month and a half into my off season, and right now I'm almost 2 months into my off season, and I'm still maintaining my condition pretty well. I mean, you can still see I'm pretty well separated in my chest and shoulders, and if you follow me on Facebook and Instagram, you'll see I post updates every once in a while. I'm reverse dieting pretty carefully. I'm only, I think, 6 or 7 pounds over stage weight, so that's pretty good. And then here we have first exercise for arms. I start with biceps, alternate bicep curls, and I like to start the weight in a neutral position at my side, and then supinate it on the way up, because if you start in a neutral position, you can hit your brachialis a little bit. That's sort of the muscle on the outside of your arm, just next to your bicep. So on the bottom of the movement, I hit the brachialis a little bit, and then towards the top as I supinate, it's hitting more bicep. The reason I do it this way is because you'll notice on my next exercise, I'm hitting all bicep. And I mean, I think I've filmed alternate bicep curls before, but you'll notice I did get stronger here. I did 4 sets, I think 7, with 45-pound weights. And this is single arm preacher curls. I like to brace myself up against that bench pretty well, or as well as I can. And I think there's only like a 30-pound weight. I think I was doing here, it was probably 3 sets of 10 for each arm. And I think the main focus on this exercise is just to make sure that your body and your shoulder doesn't move. And the only thing that should really be moving is your forearm and that weight. So if you can move the weight in that way, then it'll be hitting almost completely your bicep, and it should be nothing else. And another thing you'll notice is that I do 2 exercises for biceps, and I only do 1 for triceps. And part of the reason for that is because I still feel like, although my arms aren't that big, my triceps are definitely a lot better than my biceps, so I need my biceps to catch up before my triceps grow a whole lot more. And besides that, I think that my triceps get a little bit of a hit from whenever I do any kind of pressing movement as well. So here, my last exercise, my only tricep exercise for the day, is cable pushdowns. Pretty simple. Just put your body in a stable position. Try to keep your elbows in one place. Keep them tight in at your sides, and it should be real good. I think I did 4 sets of, I want to say 7 here. I don't know what the weight was, but you know, cables always change. But hopefully that was helpful, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe.